These archaeologists discovered something that will leave your jaw dropping. Imagine a peaceful lake high in the mountains, the kind that looks like something out of a postcard. People always passed by, admired the view and moved on. But something was hidden in the depths of those crystal clear waters. One day, everything changed. What was just another beautiful lake turned into the scene of an incredible discovery. Get ready to discover shocking things discovered by archaeologists. Let's go. Number 20. Baby skeletons. The discovery of babies buried with helmets made from other children's skulls off the coast of Ecuador is a fascinating example of how burial practices can reveal complex beliefs about the afterlife. This unprecedented practice of Guangala culture, dating back to 2,100 years ago, challenges our assumptions about ancient rituals and demonstrates the diversity of spiritual beliefs throughout human history. Number 19. Buried hearts. The discovery of heart-shaped urns in Rennes, France, containing real human hearts from the 16th century, sheds light on little-known burial practices of European nobility. This custom of burying hearts separately from the body was not just a matter of sentimentality, but a practice deeply rooted in religious and political beliefs of the time. I have a question for you. Are you already subscribed to our channel? If not, take advantage of this time now to sign up and stay up to date with the biggest curiosities about our world. Well, now that you've done that, let's continue. Number 18. Chained bodies. In Athens, the discovery of 80 bodies chained during construction of the Stavros Niarchos Cultural Foundation has unearthed a dark chapter in ancient Greek history. These young men, initially mistaken for slaves, were likely soldiers involved in an attempted coup in the 7th century BC. Their brutal execution serves as a vivid reminder of the political turmoil and ruthless justice of the time. Number 17. Vampire graves. Vampire graves found in Poland offer a fascinating glimpse into medieval beliefs and superstitions. The remains of a child and a young woman, buried with specific rituals to prevent their return as the undead, illustrate the power of fear and superstition in society at the time. Number 16. Mummies in Scotland. The composite mummies found on the Isle of South Uist in Scotland represent a truly unique burial practice. The assembly of bodies from the remains of several people, which occurred between 1440 and 1130 BC, suggests complex rituals and possibly the symbolic unification of clans. This discovery challenges our understanding of Bronze Age burial practices in Scotland. Number 15. Screaming mummy. The recently discovered screaming mummy, with its expression of agony frozen in time, continues to intrigue researchers. This find, along with other similar mummies such as that of Ramesses III's son Pentuer, raises fascinating questions about the circumstances of death and mummification processes in ancient Egypt. Number 14. Tower of Skulls. The Aztec Tower of Skulls, discovered in ancient Tenochtitlan, is a terrifying monument to the power and religious beliefs of one of the most advanced civilizations in pre-Columbian America. Composed of hundreds of human skulls, this structure was not just a symbol of dominance, but a physical manifestation of a complex cosmology that saw human sacrifice as essential to the maintenance of the universe. Number 13. Catacombs. The Paris catacombs, with their millions of carefully organized remains, tell the story of a city that struggled to cope with its explosive growth and the health consequences that accompanied it. This underground labyrinth of bones is not just a memorial to the dead, but a testament to human ingenuity in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Number 12. Viking warriors. The mass grave of beheaded Viking warriors found near Weymouth, England, stands as a silent testament to the violent raids and conflicts that shaped the history of the British Isles. These carefully arranged remains tell of fierce battles, capture and summary execution, illuminating a turbulent period in European history. Number 11. Ice Maiden. In the icy heights of Peru's Amparo volcano, the discovery of the Ice Maiden Juanita has brought to light a story equally fascinating and disturbing. This young Inca girl, sacrificed more than 500 years ago, tells a silent story of devotion, ritual, and the high price paid to appease the gods. His diet in the months before his death, rich in protein and later in coca and alcohol, reveals an elaborate process of preparation for sacrifice, a practice that, although shocking by today's standards, was considered sacred and necessary in his culture. Number 10. Artifacts on the Great Wall of China. In China's Huanghe province, a surprising discovery has challenged local beliefs and rewrote the region's history. What locals had long believed to be part of the Great Wall of China turned out to be something much older and more intriguing. The discovery of jade pieces far from their natural locations led archaeologists to excavations that revealed the ruins of the ancient lost city of Shimao. Built around 4,300 years ago, well before the emergence of Chinese civilization, Shimao was surrounded by a stone wall and featured a step pyramid approximately 70 meters high. Among the most shocking discoveries were 6 pits filled with 80 human skulls, all belonging to young women. Number 9. Lindo Man. The discovery of human remains in Lindo Marsh in Cheshire, England, marked the beginning of a fascinating journey through ancient history. Worker Andy Mould in 1894 could not have imagined that his find would lead to startling revelations about rituals and sacrifices from more than 2,000 years ago. the exceptionally preserved body of the Lindo man, not only provided details about his life and death, but also shed light on cultural practices of the time that had, until then, remained obscure. Number 8. Bizarre skeleton. The skeleton with a knife for an amputated hand, discovered in Lombardy, Italy, is a remarkable testament to human ingenuity and determination to survive. This individual from the period between the 6th and 8th centuries had not only survived amputation, but creatively adapted to his condition. This case raises fascinating questions about ancient medical practices and human resilience. Number 7. Pompeii. Pompeii's extraordinary preservation continues to provide unique insights into everyday life in ancient Rome. Giuseppe Fiorelli's innovative technique of creating plaster casts of the empty spaces left by decomposed bodies has revolutionized our understanding of this historic disaster. Number 6. Rookpund Lake. The mystery of Rookpund Lake gained a new dimension when experts arrived at the site and discovered more than 600 deceased individuals nearby. This mass discovery raised even more questions about the identity of these people, the reason for their presence in that remote location, and the cause of their deaths. Initially, theories arose that they could be Japanese soldiers or traders. However, further analysis of the bodies suggested a different possibility: the remains could belong to Indian pilgrims traveling a challenging Himalayan route. Although the individuals died at different times, it is believed that the majority were pilgrims. Today, Rookpund Lake, also known as Skeleton Lake, has become a popular destination for extreme mountain trekking enthusiasts. Number 5. Old Prison. The history of witch hunts gained new perspective with the discovery of a special prison during the restoration of a 15th century church in Aberdeen, Scotland in 2016. This find reminds us that the persecution of witchcraft was not limited to the Middle Ages, but it persisted until surprisingly recent times. The intensification of witch hunts, marked by the papal bull of 1484 and the infamous treatise Malleus Maleficarum, resulted in a wave of executions that lasted for centuries. It is estimated that at least 50,000 people, mostly women, were executed during the height of these persecutions. The case of Anna Goldie, the last person executed for witchcraft in Switzerland in 1782, serves as a grim reminder of how long the practice persisted in Europe. Number 4. Bodies in a tree. The accidental finding of human remains in the roots of a fallen tree in Ireland illustrates how the past can literally resurface in the present. This case, dated between 1030 and 1200 AD, offers a unique window into life and death in medieval Ireland. Evidence of a violent death reminds us of the dangers faced by ordinary people at that time. Number 3. Mortal remains. The heartbreaking story of Marcelin and Francine Dumoulin, the Swiss couple who disappeared in 1942 while tending their cattle in the mountains, has found a surprising ending 75 years later. The discovery of his remains in the San Floran Glacier in 2017 not only resolved a long-standing mystery, but also offered a fascinating glimpse into natural preservation in glacial environments. The bodies, found with their belongings intact, including backpacks, a bottle, a book, and a watch, served as a time capsule, literally freezing a moment in history. Number 2. Babylonian tablet. The 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet, rediscovered in the British Museum, offers a rare insight into ancient beliefs about the afterlife and interaction with spirits. The image of a woman guiding a man's ghost to the afterlife, along with detailed instructions for exorcism, demonstrates the sophistication of ancient Mesopotamian spiritual practices. Number 1. Ancient human remains. The discovery of ancient human remains in Balathal, Rajasthan, India, has revealed evidence of the oldest known case of leprosy, dating back to approximately 4,000 years ago. This finding not only sheds light on the long history of this disease, but also challenges our perceptions about health conditions in ancient civilizations. The man, who died between the ages of 35 and 37, showed clear signs of the disease, including the complete loss of teeth and atrophy of the nasal bone. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these discoveries shocked you the most? Tell me below in the comments. Well, I'm going to leave this video that is now appearing here on the screen for you to check out. Enjoy. I separated it especially for you. Well, that's it, and until next time, curious.